How many people do you think? A Halloween pop. Never mind.
Yeah.
Clicked right off.
Yeah. Well, see you later. This was a great podcast, everybody.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the very first episode of Idiot's Guide to Slashers. I'm Jerome, your main serial killer.
Wow. I'm Nick.
And I'm Hess.
And today, boys and girls, cats and kittens, we're talking about Halloween 1978, not Halloween 2006 or Halloween 2018. I think we should give a round of applause for Nick for going. He wrote down every movie we have to watch for this show in the year they came out. Let's get a little round of applause for Nick.
I'll clap for myself.
Great job, buddy.
Here, hold on.
Great job. Killed it.
I'd like to point out that when it comes to horror movies, I'm the dumbest one here. And
Well,
I had no idea how many
that could be
fucking
debatable.
movies there were.
That was a lot.
So maybe they should be called Nick questions?
Maybe.
not Nick questions?
Maybe.
Actually, that's a good idea. This season, let's change it. This season, I just changed it right now. Now they're Nick questions.
No, I think they should be. I think they should be. Because you're like, what's a good trope? And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, I don't know. I don't watch this shit.
We should probably explain a little bit what the show is to people that don't know what we're doing here. So we
That
did
have never
Idiots.
seen
Does that count for me?
Yeah, we did
Okay.
Idiot's Guide to the Marvel Universe last season. Now we're doing Idiot's Guide to Slashers. You may be thinking, oh, you're going to watch Psycho. You're going to watch Chucky. You're going to watch Minnie No.
I don't know.
We're
what that
just
last
watching
one is.
Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street because that's already a shit ton of movies. So we're doing all
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
from release date order going all through. So one week might be Halloween, next week could be Friday the 13th, it could be Nightmare on Elm Street. I know at one point it's going to be 2 Friday the 13th in a row, so that might happen.
Well, isn't it 2 Halloweens in a row?
I think at a certain point
Yeah.
it is too.
I think like now.
But no, next week Friday the 13th.
Oh, cool.
Oh, actually, so before I get into the story, I want to play a little game with you guys. I want to ask you guys if I can find this soundboard, which I'm having a little. Oh, right here. Okay. So is this somebody dying from Halloween, or the grape stomping lady that fell over on the news? Let me know.
That's the great stomaching lady, right?
Yeah, but didn't every fucking death in this movie sound like? Every time someone's getting strangled, that's them.
Right there, it sounds like she could be choking on a cock for sure.
That's my second game. Is this lady choking on a cock, or is she dying?
It's a big cock. You know, for a slasher,
Yeah, no one really gets that slash.
was there blood?
There's a little bit of paint on people, like the garage guy that he steals the clothes from. There's some paint on him.
Okay.
What did do you guys remember what people called Michael Myers in this movie? You know, like the little kid saw him out the window, and
The boogeyman?
Michael?
Baba Yaga.
Oh my God, that was John Wick. Right?
Yeah, it was.
every time they'd go, "It's the boogeyman," I instantly thought,
Baba Yaga.
Okay, first of all, who are you more afraid of? Michael Myers or John Wick?
"Oh, John Wick for sure."
Yeah, thank you.
Although
I don't know,
John
man.
Wick, I'd be a little. Actually, that's not. I think Michael Myers would terrify me. John Wick, I'd be like, "Oh, that's fucking. Oh, you're gonna kill me," and then I'd get scared. But at first, I'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like it'd be like a little sexy, kind of Keanu Reeves coming at you, shoot you and shit.
Okay, I got another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Who drives more, Mike Myers or Vin Diesel?
Baba Yaga.
And who's a better actor?
Baba Yaga.
Yeah, I think
For sure.
100%.
Vin Diesel. Woo! But all right, would you guys like to me retell you the story of Halloween? And I will tell people that I read on a 3rd grade level, so we'll see how great this goes.
Oh, you think it's that high?
I'll put me 2nd grade, maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
Right.
But all right.
Yeah,
I will say,
And there'll
okay.
probably be footage going through, too.
Jerome made fun of me because I watched it on my phone. But
Oh yeah. Let me hit on that real quick. You said if you want to download this app, you can watch it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I downloaded it on my phone, got it to log in. It's not what the password's not what you said it was. By the way, I think I had to add shit to the end of it.
Oh.
but I couldn't get it. But anyways, I got it. But then I didn't want to watch it on my phone.
Yeah, you
So I
can
was like,
AirPlay it to the TV.
Yeah, see, I didn't do that. I was like, I'll just download the Roku app, but there's no Roku app. And then it was on AMC Plus. Well, apparently there's no fucking AMC Plus on the Apple TV. Fucking
Yes, that's how we have it
Dang,
on the
I'm
Roku
like,
app is through AMC Plus.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
But now we're gonna buy
So I
AMC
ended
Plus
up
through
just
Amazon.
I just rented it for $3.99 last night.
Mm.
Oh, well, okay, so I wanted to watch it on my phone because I feel like I get more into a movie when because it's all I look at. I'm not at the gym. I'm not paying attention to anything else. Like someone could fucking walk by and shake their cock at me. I wouldn't even know. So, well, maybe. But
Is that so? But like when you watch your other movies, that's why you watch them on TV because you play Madden, so you can still play Madden.
So you don't have to. Oh shit! Oh, is that your little secret? So you don't have to pay full attention?
well,
I'm just kidding. I don't give a flying.
well, it's not like I have to do a book report on those movies.
I mean, we're doing a podcast on them, so kinda.
No, I watch those. If we're gonna talk about them for an hour, I'm not gonna do something else while I do them. If I'm just watching them for fun, then I'm gonna do something else. Possibly. I just watched I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. I didn't play Madden.
Want to shut up?
Exactly. Anyways, fuck asses. So I turn it on and I don't
you're
think
at the gym like dun 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 dun.
Well,
you're
no,
so
but
into
this
it.
it's kind of so. When I turned it on, I was like, all right, I don't know that I've ever seen this movie all the way through.
For God's
First of all,
Really?
could that be the longest opening in any fucking movie ever? Jesus Christ!
But I have to admit, when I put the earphones on and I'm like listening and it started going, I was like, well, this is by far the coolest fucking song.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
It's better than fucking Friday the 13th.
it's 100% the best.
It's better than-
of the slashers.
Yes. And
Well-
that's not even a theme song.
yes, it is. It's the theme song to that movie, Friday the 13th 3.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, the Michael Myers by far is.
No,
the
yeah,
best.
out of the continuing ones I like go through each one. Although I will say, A Nightmare on Elm Street one is close with its little themes.
The one with Will Smith?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to get that on the soundboard. That's fun.
Wow.
Okay.
But I thought the intro was hilarious. It was just a pumpkin
Yeah.
lit in like a dark room.
Yeah.
With a little bit of light on it. I'm like, wow, they've came a long way in the film industry.
Yeah. Wait till we get to like the trivia. They had such a different plan for this movie. Then they're like, actually, you know what? This is almost like in a day. Let's just get this done and do some shit real quick.
Yeah.
But all right, let's we'll go through the movie now. On Halloween night, 1963, in fictional town of Haddonfield, Illinois, 6-year-old Michael Myers he stabs his teenage sister Judith to death with a kitchen
I like
knife.
how you just completely skipped it.
Inexplicably? I can't say it
I
either.
don't know. It's a hard word, man. I don't know.
It's inexplicably.
That's what I said.
I'll take your word for it, Jim.
All right, whoa. First of all, first person. That's weird.
Yeah, they did. It is a bit odd. I know that's supposed to be like that's supposed to be an iconic scene, an iconic death killing his sister. For a while in the movie, that was my worst death because that was such a boring scene.
Well, for a while, it was the only death.
Yeah, it's true. I hate that opening.
I
Always have.
I didn't hate it necessarily, but I thought it was weird. At one point, I tried to wipe the shit off my phone, but I realized it was just part of the mask. Like, what the fuck?
And also, isn't it weird at the end, like when the parents are like, "What did you do, little Michael?" And like they're holding his mask and shit, and he's standing there with the knife. Doesn't Michael look kind of like, "Oh fuck, I did kill my sister"? Like he looks a little surprised too for supposed to be an evil boy.
Yeah, totally. But
a
what I was
little
going to say
weird.
is, this might, I don't know, I thought the whole entire movie, which takes place on Halloween on 2 different nights.
It does.
Right? Correct?
It's Halloween.
So let me
it's
ask you
Halloween
this.
on one night. Well, I guess years apart. Yeah.
1978.
I was going to say, it has to be 2 different. He's a fucking grown man and a child.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never gone out and left my kids with babysitters on Halloween.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Ever.
And maybe that.
No, it's not even a babysitter.
back
It's
in the
just the
day.
kid. It's the little boy, his sister, and then the boyfriend that she's fucking.
Well, she was babysitting him.
Oh, doing a bad job.
Yeah, it's kind of like Macy
she was-
watching you.
Yeah, to put your nose in the corner
you-
and you can't leave.
Did you ask your mom if she ever did that?
No, because she was taking me trick-or-treating. I didn't have to ask her.
She took you trick or treating every year.
Yeah.
You never
Until
took-
I said,
How
"Can
come
we
you
s-"
never took me trick or treating?
I did, you fucker.
Well, maybe when I was like a little baby.
Because then I was like, dude, you're fucking 26. You don't have to do this anymore. And you're like, I can still do it.
Whoa, bro.
I'm feeling a little attacked over here.
Well, you brought it up.
For the next 15 years, he is incarcerated at Smiths Grove Sanitarium. On October 30th, 1978, Michael's psychiatrist, Dr. Samuel Loomis, and his colleague arrive at the sanitarium to escort Michael to court.
Yeah, I love when they pull up and she's like, when did you start letting him walk around?
Yeah, why the fuck was that a question?
There's like lightning. First of all, you know they're crazy if they're just walking around. There's lightning.
Jesus.
So
But
then-
you're walking around and, that's normal for all these psychos to be in the street?
Yeah, I fucking was laughing. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious.
And that dude's a fucking dick. Like the nurse.
The
Why would the nurse?
psychiatrist?
Yeah, why would the nurse know any of that shit?
Yeah, I don't know. He bugs me. He's a little bit. You know who he is in the Rob Zombie one? He's Sloane's dad from Entourage. As Dr. Loomis. Yeah.
But see, I think he's kind of like he's like paranoid about him, like because he knows Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
So
that.
I think that's why he's like that.
To
It's
me,
'cause, like,
that also makes more sense in the reboot how he acts like that, because you get to actually see him interact with Michael as a kid more and more. So it's like, oh, this guy actually cares about him, but we just hear that he did that, so it's kind of weird.
Well, it's what's weird was to me is like, okay, he's a kid. He kills his sister, which maybe she's a bitch. Who
Sometimes
knows?
you want to kill your sister.
Right.
Sometimes you want to stab her while she's fucking her boyfriend.
So
it
then-
just happens.
And now he's never talked since. And now he sees the evil in him. I'm like, well, did he do something? Like, did I miss that?
Sometimes I look in Damien's eyes, like when he's trying to rub shit on me, and I'm like, I can see the evil in this kid.
No, that's different. I could see that.
But I didn't realize that they were taking him to court. Did they say that?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part.
It'd be nice to see him, like, next to the bailiff.
Yeah. And did you do it? He's like,
like, to me, like, I know I haven't seen like the reboots and like any of that stuff,
Mhm.
like the Danny McBride one or whatever. But like, I feel like this movie could be so much better if it was made like closer to now, just because like you could go into so much more depth of it. Like,
yeah. That's why I like the Rob Zombie one quite a bit.
But it
I know
is
some people are mixed on it, but I
it's-
like that a lot because you do get to go so much more depth with it.
But this is considered a classic, right? I mean, it's in the
Yeah,
fucking
it is. It is considered a
Smithsonian.
classic, but it's definitely not one of my favorite horror movies for sure.
I read it. It took,
I just realized too. I was trying to turn Hess up while he was talking, and I was like, "Why is he getting quieter?" I was completely turning him down.
so you're dyslexic?
No, I'm whatever that is for numbers.
Mm.
But
retarded. Oh wait, sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Sorry.
but I got it normal now. Now we can hear Hess loudly.
This was probably my first horror movie I ever saw.
Oh, really? I wish I
Yeah.
remembered what mine was. Mine was probably like a Friday the 13th or something, but I don't know. Maybe Nightmare on Elm Street, but I don't even really know.
Is Poltergeist a horror movie?
Yeah,
That's definitely the first one I saw.
I love
But the first
Poltergeist,
one I
too.
remember. Unless you count Jaws. I saw Jaws when I was like 3 and it scared the shit out of me.
I might have seen Jaws before this.
See, I'm not actually.
if you
I
wanna
know everybody
consider.
loves Jaws. I'm not a big fan of Jaws either.
I don't like it. I fucking hate that movie. I
Get it.
hate the ocean. I hate sharks. Go fuck off.
Well,
That'd be a cool T-shirt, like with like Jaws coming out of the water, and in the Jaws font, I hate oceans. I hate sharks. Go fuck off.
they went to the drive-thru and saw it when I was like a little kid, and they thought I was
That
sleeping.
seems like the least scary place to watch Jaws.
Not when you're 3.
I guess maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go in the
You're
bathroom.
outside in the elements, dark. Was it a drive-through? Is that what they call them? Do they call them
Drive-in.
drive-thrus?
Drive-in.
Drive-in.
Oh.
Yeah, we
You
didn't
drive,
get...
you,
I
at
was
the
just-
end of
I
the
was
movie,
like,
you drive
maybe
through
they
the
did.
screen.
You don't get McDonald's
I was like,
there.
maybe they did call
I was
it
like,
that.
we can get some French fries. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I like sharks.
Yeah.
But so speaking of dumb shit there, and they get there, and she's like, why are they walking around? Michael
Yeah.
ends up stealing their car and escapes Smith's Grove. Isn't that, like, it's kind of a badass scene a little bit when he's scaring her, and he just palms the glass and breaks it.
It was weird that he didn't kill her. I was like, this is
Yeah. And
while
while
he's a killer, and he...
while that's happening to Taylor, I was like, this is really weird. Like, imagine him just, like, giggling on the roof, like, oh, I'm going to get you. It seems like such a weird, like, doesn't seem like Michael Myers thing to do at all. Like,
No.
I think this movie, he acts the most different of any of them. Which, I mean, so this is probably the most normal Michael Myers because this is his origin.
Yeah.
But the one that, like, we know, I feel like this is the most different. On Halloween, he sees high school student Laurie Strode drop a key off at a long-abandoned Myers house that her father is trying to sell.
Is this Mike Myers?
Michael Myers.
Oh, that's the different guy.
Yeah, different.
Yeah.
Laurie notices Michael stalking her throughout the day, but her friends Annie Brackett and Linda Vanderclock. Wow, what a shitty Vanderclock.
And I think that... What, didn't they say they wrote that specifically for her, too?
Maybe. Dismiss her concerns. Loomis arrives at Haddingfield in search of Michael and he finds Judith's tombstone missing at the local cemetery. He steals her tombstone to then put in the bed and all that to reveal. Like that means nothing to anybody there that he's revealing this to.
Correct. What were you gonna say?
Other than, I mean, obviously they know who the fuck it is. I mean,
yeah.
The psychiatrist finding him and shooting him 5 times and then walking away like Tupac did. I mean, obviously he knew.
That's where the Tupac came from. We didn't know what the fuck you were talking about.
You didn't know?
No, and we were going to ask you, but I forgot about it.
Yeah, we both forgot.
We didn't know. We asked Taylor.
Motherfucker got stabbed, poked in the eye or the neck with the fucking crochet needle. Got stabbed.
That
with
fucking one.
Yeah.
Coat hanger.
That
got
made me
shot
pop
5
eye.
times.
Was she trying to give him an
Fucking guy.
abortion?
Trying to what?
Giving him an abortion?
Giving him
Through the eye?
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
he's poking the
Well,
wrong
because it was
hole.
a hanger.
But
Yeah, but you're supposed to in your.
But how?
I mean,
how
good, but
important?
still a long way.
How important is the old double tap? Huh?
Yeah.
Pick up the knife and literally just go ham on his face and chest, and it's done and over with. Okay.
Yeah. 100%.
I don't think Hess knows what double tap means. I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
No, he takes double tap to the next
Oh my
level.
God.
But which I think in horror
Yeah.
movies,
This is not double
it's-
tap.
No, but it's necessary. It's necessary.
It is 100% necessary. But okay, so quick question, stopping you
Uh-huh.
before you go further. Did he just stalk her because she was putting the key under the mat? She was like the first
late
person
in
that-
the next couple movies, we'll find out that this is like the long lost sister that lived at the house. So she's related to him, but they undo that in the reboots. That's not the story.
you
But
get
in the
it.
ones that we watched, that will be the story. So that's their explanation of why. But in this movie right now, he's just stalking her to stalk her. There's
I
really no
wondered why
reason.
I thought it was because she couldn't sing.
He's like, oh no, I don't want to hear this fucking bitch sing up and down the street again.
And
I'm gonna get rid of her.
It's hilarious that you see the dad and then you never see the dad again.
Don't forget to drop the key off at the Myers place.
Yeah.
That's actually true. I never thought about that.
Like she goes
I read
home,
that.
she's like laying on a little twin bed and like just chilling. Like dad's not home, or is it implied that he's home?
Maybe Michael murdered him in his
Well, it's
downtime.
Halloween. He's probably trick or treating.
He's telling me
Yeah.
this is Halloween.
No
this
adults
is
are home
Halloween."
on Halloween, apparently.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's handing
Yeah.
out candy?
They're all at the strip club fucking.
That is a
Our
good-
kids are
that's a
at
very valid
home. Let's
point.
get fucked.
Who's handing out candy if all the parents are out
Oh,
fucking trick or treating?
Shit.
It's like the worst city to ever trick or treat in because there's no one
Hey,
ever
you
home.
get to see a couple kids trick or treat
Yeah,
at the 2 houses where parents are home.
yeah. The two fucking nerd ass parents.
Early. It was like early too.
Yeah, it was like 4:30.
Yeah.
They were fucking
Yeah.
800
Those
years
parents
old.
were getting ready to leave. They're
Yeah.
walking to their car and they're like, "Oh fuck, here's a Tic Tac. Here you go." Get the
They were
fuck outta
going.
here.
They were going to the buffet.
Mm-hmm. But so she
Yeah, I
tells.
just thought it was weird because I never knew that why he chose her.
Yeah. No, in this movie it doesn't make sense, and then they explain it later on. He meets with Annie's father, Sheriff Lay, something like Lay Brackett, and they investigate Michael's house, where Loomis tells Brackett that Michael is pure evil. I looked into his eyes, and all I saw was fire and death.
You know, an example would have been cool.
Yeah, that kid. He seemed kind of bad, actually. Like, what do you do? He just looked me in the eye.
He just wouldn't talk.
Yeah, he just didn't speak. Maybe he's a mute. No, evil.
I mean, to be fair, scoreboard, the guy won. Like, yeah, he was evil, but like, I mean, I might have doubted him.
It's true. That night, Lori babysits Tommy Doyle while Annie babysits Lindsay
He
Wallace
wasn't
across the street.
O'Doyle?
Yeah.
O'Doyle?
O'Doyle rules.
I know.
Yeah,
Every
okay.
time they said Tommy Doyle, I was like, Doyle rules! But she has to babysit Lindsay Wallace across the street. Nobody wants to babysit Lindsay Wallace.
Why didn't they just fucking babysit him? Like,
That
Together
bitch
to
was
start
weird.
off?
The
Yeah.
little fucking Lindsay Walls. Jesus.
Yeah.
I want to watch TV. Like, Jesus.
You're like, okay, fucking do it, weirdo. No one cares.
yeah.
My popcorn.
Michael follows them, spying on Annie and killing the Wallace's dog, which I have some trivia about that I didn't know.
Did they really kill the dog?
I'm going to leave you in suspense, and you'll find out.
Oh, wow.
Tommy sees Michael from the window and thinks it's
Baba Yaga.
but Lori does not believe him. Annie later takes Lindsay over to the Doyle house to spend the night so she can pick up her boyfriend Paul.
I didn't give him a
They
nice...
give him a you know what I'm saying?
It sounds like you're taking him on a horseback ride or something.
Oh, yeah, that's what they did.
Say,
Jesus.
like, fucking.
You like that, Paul? That's all they did.
Hmm.
When she gets into her car, Michael is there, And it says he slashes her neck, but all I heard was her getting strangled.
Yeah, I mean, did that scene take like 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's my worst death right there. Spoilers when we get there. That was fucking awful. It took 10 minutes, and she's just, and then when she's dead, her eyes on the window.
She's like looking right into the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awful. He strangles her and slits her throat, it says, but I didn't notice that. Did you notice him slit her throat?
No.
I didn't notice it.
Soon after, Linda and her boyfriend Bob arrive at the Wallace house and find it empty. After having sex, Bob goes downstairs to get a beer, and Michael pins him to the wall with a kitchen knife. It's kind of badass.
Linda was in Stripes. Bill Murray's girl. That's always where I know her from. I was like, oh yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's the girl from Stripes. Most people are think in Stripes that's the girl from Halloween, but not the way I work.
Michael then poses as Bob in a ghost costume to confront Linda. That's really funny.
Well, and that doesn't strike me as a Mike Myers move. That
strikes me as a Mike Myers move. And he was like, "Oh, behave."
But
and then he put the glasses over the.
Can you imagine he had to cut out little eye holes too, put the glasses on?
Jace is not doing that.
He leans in the room and he's like, "Do I make you horny, baby?"
Freddie might do that.
Freddie would definitely do that.
That was terrible.
But so annoyed, she calls Lori to find out what happened to Annie. Michael then strangles Linda. He grabs her, and then she's on the phone with Lori and goes,
Linda, you better not be playing with me.
Yeah,
you should find like old porno footage of women getting railed and see if you can trick us.
Yeah, that's what he needs to search. That could be your job.
That would be the funniest game show. Is this like old porn, or is this someone getting murdered in a horror movie?
Or slasher film.
That could be the next trivia with get some game music going.
I wrote down a couple things. They're nonsensical, but
I'm not done yet.
I know, but you've gone over both parts that I want to say. So,
okay.
Both sex scenes. Well, it's not really a sex scene, but they have sex. Linda and Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? 2 seconds?
Yeah, I thought that was funny. The phone rings, and he's like, "Oh God, I just can't concentrate. The fucking phone's ringing." So then let's leave it off the hook. And
he's like, "I'm done.
I need a fucking beer."
And in the first scene, when he kills his sister, the dude walks up there. He fucking comes around, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm done. See you later." Yeah. And I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah.
Maybe that's why Michael only kills people that like get fucked poorly. He's like, "You don't deserve to live."
He should definitely have killed the first guy.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Loomis discovers the stolen car and begins to search the streets. Suspicious of the phone call, Lori goes to the Wallace's house across the street, finds all her friends' bodies, as well as Juna's headstone, which probably means nothing to her. In the upstairs bedroom, she flees to the hallway in terror, where Michael suddenly appears in the dark and slashes her arm, causing her to fall over the stairway banister.
That's true.
Yeah, that looked like a fucking bad fall.
Yeah. It was weird. Didn't it like cut her like whole sleeve off and shit too? Like
yeah, it was a bit dramatic.
Yeah.
So she's injured. She narrowly escapes and runs back to the Doyle house. And Tommy's there, and he's like, "What? I get it. I guess I'll let you in. Sure, whatever."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Michael Myers is. Well, I'm sorry. Baba Yaga is walking out or across the street with a knife, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll come and let the door."
So that kid was on the second story.
Mm-hmm.
Got out of his room. I assumed the door was locked. It was shut. Open the door, come down the stairs, then unlocks the door before that fucker could cross the street.
Yeah. Spoilers. Do you guys know who that kid grows up to be?
Bob Dylan?
Paul Rudd, baby. I believe it's the fourth Halloween, but I could be wrong. Paul Rudd plays the kid. So she goes inside. The phone is dead. Michael sneaks through the window and attacks her again, but she incapacitates him by stabbing him in the neck with a knitting needle. You know, he gets stabbed with a lot of little tiny things by her. Like a knitting needle and a coat hanger and all that shit.
The knitting needle looked like it hurt.
Yeah. Thinking he's dead, Lori staggers up the stairs to check on the kids, but is shocked to see Michael's alive. She tells the kids to hide in the bathroom while Lori hides in the bedroom closet, which is a fucking dumb idea.
Yeah, it was pretty stupid.
Michael finds her, breaks in, she stabs him with a coat hanger in the eye and then in the chest with his own knife. I never knew until reading this. I thought it was coat hanger. I didn't realize she grabbed his knife and stabbed him.
Because he dropped it.
He dropped it when he stabbed her.
I never noticed that.
Yeah.
She tells.
How terrible of aim does he have with her?
Yeah, he's got really bad aim. That's like Walking Dead level shit right there.
He missed her like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, when he sneaks into the window and reaches over, he misses her completely and stabs the couch.
Yeah,
and he's behind her. He could have took it. He could have been like,
probably that stupid mask he has on.
Yeah, it's true. He can't see. He's looking like this, and he's like, this thing's fucking hard to breathe.
Yeah.
So she tells Tommy and Lindsay to run down the street to the neighbor's house and call the police. After they leave, Michael awakens once again and slowly approaches an unsuspecting Lori. Loomis sees the kids running from the house, goes in to investigate, finds Michael and Lori fighting upstairs. Lori rips Michael's mask off, making him hesitate to put it back on because he's like,
I didn't remember
breathe?
seeing his face.
Yeah, it is weird seeing his face, and he's like a normal-looking dude.
I was surprised that happened.
Yeah, so then this is Hess's favorite part. Loomis shoots Michael 6 times like Tupac, knocking him off the balcony. Lori asks Loomis if Michael was asks him.
Baba Yaga.
Floppy cock over there.
I did, when he fell, I saw him throw up the west side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. But, so if anybody didn't catch that, Loomis answered and said that yes, he is.
For a split second, you could see his abs and it had Thug Life tattooed on.
Oh shit! I never caught that. But then he looks over Loomis looks over the edge, and I feel like he gets a little smirk on his face. He's like, "Oh, Michael's still alive. I get to go find."
Baba Yaga.
Maybe
One
shot him
more
with
time.
blanks.
Maybe yeah. It wasn't that. That was kind of one of the worst deaths too. A little bit. He's like, I thought he was gonna start like breakdancing, like, "Ow!" And then fall off the balcony.
Well, you can't call it a worst death. He didn't die.
Yeah, well, that's why it's not.
Oh, okay.
But I thought that was pretty bad. I did think he just started breakdancing there and getting hit with bolts. But there we go. That's the story of Halloween. So we got some Nick questions. Anybody got a Nick question?
I was gonna say, why did she never call the police way before? Like
Well,
when he
'cause
was
she-
stalking her.
Oh yeah, the stalking part I don't understand.
And then she's in the house, sees him standing outside by the laundry that's folded on the line.
Yeah,
hanging on
right.
the
If
line.
someone's following me home, like the bike. Well, I guess I didn't call the police. I called my father and a friend.
And what did we tell you to do
Open the door.
after that?
I would have been stabbed.
After that.
Nothing.
We told you to call 911.
No, you didn't. No, you did. You told me to go outside and you laughed at me.
But same thing.
But my Nick question is, who taught Michael Myers to drive? Who taught this crazy person to drive?
Now, to be fair.
Here's a little story I got to tell.
You okay?
So you said it just like Beastie Boys.
Oh. Did I?
Now.
Wasn't that other doctor that got yelled at by the Loomis guy, even though he's like the worst detective ever?
Yeah.
I know he's not a detective, but thank God.
Yeah.
But he's like, how did he even learn how to drive? And then I was like, oh, at least they like mentioned that.
Yeah.
And then the Loomis guy is like, well, maybe you guys taught him. And I was like, oh wow, that's interesting.
But the police taught him?
It wasn't police. Was it? It was the wasn't it like the where he was under care? Yeah, the psych ward or whatever.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, why would they
He's
even
like,
be
well, I
asking?
don't know. Somebody obviously taught him.
Well, no, but Loomis says that. He's
So it sounds like they're like, this is the plot hole. We must speak on it.
maybe it's when he's yelling at him for letting him get away or doing something. And,
But do you have a Nick question, Nick?
well, I had a question about why there's no parents home on Halloween. It doesn't
Yeah.
make any fucking sense.
A lot
to
of our
me.
questions there's really no answer to.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I never actually thought about that in this movie.
Who do you guys of the 3 movies we're gonna watch? Three.
Oh, like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
And then, Friday the 13th and Halloween.
Who's your favorite bad guy?
Freddy Krueger.
Mine's Michael Myers.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm open. I think mine's Freddy.
Mm-hmm. I love the Freddy movies. Nightmare on Elm Street. I think Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream are like side by side my favorite horror series.
But so like I'm trying to go in open minded. I don't have a favorite, but I want to pick one.
That'd be kind of interesting if we can add this once we watch one of all 3. Instead of ranking, we could rank them and see if it ever switches who our favorite killer is between the 3.
Or because on some of them, well, like Friday the 13th, I mean, it's not Jason. So, like...
Yeah, the first one's his mom, yeah.
Maybe she'll be my favorite killer.
That'd be interesting. That'd be a different way to go. So we got some trivia. The original script titled The Babysitter Murders had the events take place over the span... it's supposed to be span of 3 days. It says space of 3 days. It was budgetary decision to change the script to have everything happen in the same day. Doing this reduced the number of costume changes, locations required, and it was decided that Halloween, the scariest night of the year, was the perfect night for this to happen.
Except for the fact that...
So it sounds like they're like, let's do they had all these ideas for a horror movie. Let's do this day. So her friends will slowly get murdered and all this shit.
Hey, we'll even show them trick-or-treating one day.
Oh, shit, we don't have money. Let's just have him kill people on Halloween. How about that?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of horror movies are like that, though.
A little bit where they have big ideas and they're like, oh, no money, let's just change it.
There's never like a big budget for a horror movie.
Yeah, unless you're Jordan. Unless you're Jordan Peele, then you get a huge budget and make some cool shit.
Well, but that's part of the thing about them is it doesn't take a lot to make them, and they usually make money.
Well, that's what
like
Blumhouse does now.
Yeah.
Blumhouse makes a movie for like $1 million, $100 million, and then it makes so much shit. So John Carpenter considered hiring Jamie Lee Curtis as the ultimate tribute to Alfred Hitchcock, who had given her mother, Janet Leigh, legendary status in Psycho. I had no idea that Jamie Lee Curtis's mom was in Psycho.
Oh, I knew that, but I never even occurred to me that that's why.
Never knew.
That's cool. Yeah.
That is pretty neat.
And
it went more into this, but I cut it out.
Her
but
dad is Tony Curtis. He's famous too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I guess Legendary Pictures was also trying to get Jamie Lee Curtis at this exact same time to do Psycho 2, but she chose to do Halloween.
What?
Wow.
I saw she made $8,000.
Yeah, I did see that too, but I'm sure she's made plenty cents.
Well, yeah, just from NCIS.
John Carpenter's intent with his character of Michael Myers was that the audience would never be able to relate to him. Why would you?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I feel like you don't watch like Friday the 13th or anything like that, and you're like, well, I can kind of see where Jason's coming from.
Well, you do because they let him drown, so he's like getting revenge.
No one's ever let me drown at a
Well,
lake.
yeah,
So
but if they did, you'd be pissed.
Maybe.
See?
Until you drowned, and then you wouldn't know.
It's true. This
Jason.
is the part with the dog I was telling you guys about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
To achieve the shot of Michael Myers strangling the dog, the trainer on set held the dog in his arms and dropped him naturally. The shot was in slow motion to make it look as if the dog had been killed.
Oh.
So it's a trainer holding the dog and just dropping him, and then they put it in slow motion.
That's funny because it was kind of bad, but I didn't know why it was bad.
Yeah, I thought it was just a stuffed animal, but they dropped a real dog.
And it helps that it was like dark as fuck.
Yeah.
So you can't really see it.
I feel like that's a lot of effort when you can just be like, hey, just give me like a little stuff.
I thought someone dropped a rug.
Maybe.
That was part of the reason I didn't want to watch it on my phone because
I can see
a
that.
lot of the movie's dark, so I was like, I kind of want to watch it
I
on
feel like
TV.
the dark bits you watched at home though, because it's like the last 30, 40 minutes of the movie, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
So biggest trope, I have the countless times where she thinks he's dead, throws her weapon down on the floor, and runs away.
To get back to him.
Wait, like Hess, double tap. When she knitting needles him in the throat, she had his knife in the hand. She's a little bit.
Yeah, go psycho.
Save the day, and you're good.
Right.
But that's my biggest trope, is her thinking he's dead countless times.
I don't think you can top that. I mean, both girls died after having sex, right?
Yeah.
So that's a big trope.
Yeah, and her being a virgin.
Not dying.
The virgin surviving as the final girl.
Yeah, but I guess the Annie girl didn't have sex, but she wanted to really bad.
Yeah, she's like, give me some dick, god damn it!
Yeah.
I need a shirt that says that.
I thought you had one.
But do you have a biggest trope, Pass?
I would say when when he starts stalking her, they don't believe it. Like they don't see him at first.
Oh, yeah, like they don't buy it.
And then boogeyman. Oh, he's not there. And then every time she would look, he wasn't there. Yeah.
Best kill, worst kill. I got the car strangling. You know, he's grabs it behind her and. I got that.
That was my worst kill, also.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious when she like reaches on the windshield and like, is that condensation?
Yeah.
That was weird.
She's like, he's gonna pop out any minute now. Let me just. They told her to improv in there.
What the fuck is this?
But that's my worst kill because that's awful. That was one of the worst scenes I think I've seen in a horror movie. My best kill, because it just boggles my mind how it worked, is in one he like charges at Bob, holds him up, and pins him to the wall with the kitchen knife.
That was my best kill also.
Yeah,
because
one, unbelievable, would never happen, but two, it was kind of cool.
Well, and then when he did it, he kind of looked at him like this.
Well, because then also, I like to imagine him being like, all right, I'm going to put the sheet on my head and cut up my eyes. And
do you think that's why he was looking at him funny?
Thanks for the glasses, Bob. Now I got those, and cool. Now I'm Bob.
Now I'm just going to trick the girl from Stripes.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to fuck her. Oh, she's going to call? Nope, you're not going to call anybody. I got you. So that's my favorite kill.
Yeah, mine. I'm not copying you. It's what I have written down. It's the exact same.
You just showed me the time on your phone, so I don't believe you.
Yeah.
What is your best kill, worst kill, Hess?
I don't know. I know that the opening kill is kind of weak.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I like that kill because it's the beginning of Michael Myers as like a killer. So to me, that's like right up there with like one of my favorite kills. Just for like sentimental, I don't know about sentimental value, but like that's not the right word.
It's like I always just like, look back and think of Michael Myers killing his sister. God, it just brings back good memories.
Because I mean that's what started it all. I mean that's where it all comes from. And then the worst kill to me was the car when he killed
So we all agree that's the worst one.
I mean, there wasn't that many to pick from. I was kind of surprised.
There was only like 4 or 5 kills in the movie. Titty count.
Oh my goodness.
Titty count and not white people count is what we're doing on the show. I guess we haven't informed anybody. We're counting how many titties are in all the movies and how many people are not white in the movies.
I think maybe we should guess on the next movie.
You think we should what?
We should guess for the next movie.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
Can you see this on my camera?
Is that what you got?
Hopefully you can see this, ladies and gentlemen. I would like Nick to read this off to you.
It's not 11, it's 2.
Yeah, it's tally marks.
Titties is 2, non-white.
You can see it on the Zoom pretty good, too.
Titties are 2, and there was everybody in the movie was white.
And it doesn't matter if you see the same girl's tits more than once, that doesn't count. It's just individual girls.
Different scenes.
It has to be different women.
What if it's one breast? That still counts as one.
Well,
right?
I almost counted it. I almost did 1.5 because when she was laying in bed before Bob got stabbed, you only see one breast.
You see one nipple.
But then when she gets strangled, you see both of them. When she gets up, you see both. So I went, okay.
That fucker could cut glass.
But there we go. That's our titty count, not white people count. Maybe we'll find a better way to do that throughout the show.
How many non-white people do you think we'll have at the end of all of these movies?
I'm gonna guess 10.
Ooh,
because I know in one of them there's like a whole gang of black people in one of the Friday the 13th. Remember?
Yeah.
It's like a whole weird.
It was weird, like a biker gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really weird storyline.
Well, I know Busta Rhymes and LL Cool J are in one of the
Halloweens. They're in H2O, I believe.
Or as Taylor calls it, Halloween 20.
Oh, no.
Halloween 20. Yeah, H20. I would say at least 20.
I'm sticking with them. I guess 10's. I'm gonna actually up my 10 to 14.
Okay. I have no idea.
I'm gonna go 21.
I think they're all gonna be at the end though.
Oh, well, I mean, early on the Friday the 13th, there's a couple.
They're gonna come in hot at the end for sure.
Yeah. Well, especially the reboots, because they'll get diverse as fuck. And we have to remember, it's not just like black people. It's anybody not white.
I could only think of black people in the movies that I've seen.
You only ever do.
Well, I mean, I don't remember seeing anyone else in these movies.
So lastly, we got here the Jamie Lee Curtis Award, which is our who has had the best career in whatever movie we're talking about with the week.
Since?
Yeah, and obviously this one goes to Jamie Lee Curtis because it's named after her.
She's literally the only one. Well, I do recognize the girl from Stripes, but nothing after that.
Yeah, nothing else. You can name countless things with Jamie Lee Curtis. But that was the story about
Baba Yaga.
One thing you didn't mention in the trivia. Did you see that they wanted Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee?
Oh, I did read that. Yeah, we could have got Count Dooku as Loomis.
Or, do you know who Peter Cushing is?
No.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Oh, really? That would have been interesting.
That would have been interesting.
So next week, I'm just double checking here. Yes, it's Friday the 13th Part 1, and then the following week is Friday the 13th Part 2.
Oh, okay.
And then we have Halloween 2, then we have Friday the 13th 3, then Halloween 3, and so we'll be doing like 6 movies and then get to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street was way after the fact. I noticed that.
Yeah. This was our very first Idiot's Guide to Slashers for... Pleeka! It was pretty fun.
Pleeka!
It's different than Marvel, but a little same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the reason I suggested it is because I vaguely remember some of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Mm-hmm. I don't hardly remember them at all. Like, I couldn't tell you what happens. I don't remember a lot.
I think people die.
I remember...
Well, I think you could probably guess that.
I remember certain scenes, but, like, I don't remember the storyline, or I don't even know if there is a storyline.
There better be a fucking storyline.
I would assume there's at least some kind of storyline.
And then with the Friday the 13th, like, I don't really remember them either. So.
Oh, I remember them way more than... Like, I don't know if I've ever seen Halloween 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 6.
I've seen them, but it's been a long time since I've seen any of the sequels.
Is there some?
We'll see, bitch. We'll just see.
That's one of my.
You didn't play the Michael Myers music at all.
No, I was a little afraid to be honest.
Oh,
Oh,
copyright.
Yeah.
Copy.
I
Right?
guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but that
I didn't even think about
Freddy
that.
quote is one of my favorite Freddy quotes. It's in like the 5th one or something. He comes back to life and this
Is
girl's
it
like,
Dream
"I'm gonna get
Warriors?
you," and he's like, "We'll see, bitch. We'll just see," and goes away. And like we watched them all, and then Taylor said something like, she's like, "Oh, I'm going to bed. See you tomorrow." And I went, "We'll see, bitch," and then I started doing that every night to her forever.
Because he
Wow.
can get in your dreams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. That's some bullshit.
That's some
That-
that's some
that's some-
bullshit right
that's
there.
some
That ain't gonna
bullshit.
happen to me. No way, not up in here.
That's some bullshit. He ain't getting my fucking dreams.
He pops up in his room. Hess goes,
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
You know what kind of shirt I'm gonna wear next week, huh?
"Yeah, I know what kind of shirt you're gonna wear, homie."
It's a motherfucking striped shirt, you son of a bitch.